name is Kayden. I am 19 years old and I am more than my abusive relationship. I actually moved from Florida to Louisiana like middle of 9th grade. We met in French class and we became friends kind of through mutual friends. Started talking a little bit more and then we started dating. At first it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I mean, he would get angry, but like people get angry. I didn't think it was a big deal. And then he got really angry. And he'd say things that your significant other just shouldn't say. A couple times he called me a bitch and a whore. He would tell me that I am no good, that I wasn't smart enough, wasn't pretty enough, wasn't good enough. He like basically beat me down to nothing. I definitely excused a lot of it. I thought like he was just stressed out. He was just angry. I was really young. And I thought maybe it's just, this is how young relationships work. I didn't really know much then. But as a 15-year-old, you let go of a lot of things. You just kind of, like, you can either hold grudges or let them go, and I definitely excused a lot of it. But everything he did, everything he said, it made me feel almost as if I wasn't even a human being. It still affects me to this day. And it's like 4 or 5 years later. It's not something that I would even want like my worst enemy to go through. And then eventually one day, I can't even remember like what he got mad about. And I said something to him, like I was telling him to calm down. I don't remember what I said, but it made him so mad that he pulled out a drawer from his dresser and like threw it at me. And it broke into a million pieces before it hit me. But some of it did hit me, and I just like crouched by the door. And later on we talked about it, because I was like, you can't do stuff like that, and he just kind of laughed. Like, he just kind of laughed it off. He didn't see anything wrong with what he did at all. He just laughed it off, and he was like, you look so scared. And I was like, obviously I'm scared. Like, you just threw a dresser drawer at me. He definitely threatened me. Told me that he would kill himself if I broke up with him. So in the end, the official time that we broke up, he was mad because apparently my shorts were too short. And when we like went to reverse and like park somewhere, and I guess I back talked or something. I did something that did not make him happy. And his phone was connected to the auxiliary cord in his radio. And he yanked it out because he was mad, and the aux cord slapped me across the chest, and then he threw his phone at me, and it gave me a black eye on the right side of my face. And so I started screaming because that was the first time that he ever really like physically like injured me on my face. Like, he had hit me a couple times before, but it wasn't anything anybody would see. I would tell people like that our relationship wasn't perfect, and like I would say a couple things, but I never told them like in detail what would happen, what he would do. A couple people tried to like tell me like this is what's happening, but I didn't believe them. I wasn't listening to them. For me, I wanted to tell someone everything. I felt like I couldn't though, because he had scared me so much. Because every time I tried to leave, he would belittle me and then like either harm himself or threaten to harm himself. And I cared too much about his well-being, but like I didn't care enough about mine. Like, all I needed in that relationship was for someone to help me get out of it. And I had nobody to help me because nobody understood, nobody saw. But if I had one person that helped me leave, like, I could have been out of there so much quicker. It took me a long time to figure out this piece of advice. I think I'm still working on it, but I finally realized, like, what I'm worth. And I definitely think that I am worth much, much more than that. Know your worth. That's definitely my piece of advice. Know that you absolutely, absolutely do not deserve that. In no way, shape, or form. Well, I have a really good relationship right now. It did make me realize what I want in a relationship, what I deserve, and that I think it helped me grow up a little bit, but it also helped me realize that I kind of have to appreciate everything. Because there were moments where, I mean, I really just thought, like, I just didn't want to do it anymore. Like, I just didn't want to, like, be here anymore. And he made me feel that way. So I think that from that relationship, it made me realize that I should appreciate all of the good things in my life, all the little things, all the best things. It definitely made me more appreciative, I guess.